Well, everybody, I just got here for my overnight trip. We're pretty packed down. I can definitely feel all that weight back there. And the river is probably, I'd say 25% lower than I thought it was going to be. So it's going to be an adventure for sure. They are going to push some more water through later tonight, so I'm not too worried about it. The wind's going to pick up tomorrow morning, so we got to make some miles while we can. This is the first one of these I found on my trip so far, so I decided I'd show you. Got a lithic flake right here. So this is a byproduct from making arrowheads. You know, you hit a rock with another rock, knock pieces off of it. If you were ever wondering if there's arrowheads in your area, it's good to start looking for these first, because if these are there, pretty good chance you got some points on there too. You know, when I was a kid growing up, we lived on a little farm somewhere in Oklahoma, and there was a little hill that every time it rained you could just poke at it, wash it around, and these guys would fall out. And I had no idea at the time what they were, but it's a crinoid, ancient sea life, believe it or not, millions of years old, and they are just everywhere. It is insane, but they're gone now, just remnants. Really cool. This may just be another flake, but it looks like it's worked here on either end. Like it might be a broken something, maybe a scraper, or maybe I'm just being really wishful and that's just another flake. But either way, it's cool. Well, little update. I'm probably about halfway to where I plan on camping for the night. And just stopped to just kind of take it in for a minute, because I've been doing some real paddling. The wind's been legit today. And it's supposed to be just about twice as bad tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the water is low, like I said, lower than I thought it would be. I haven't found much so far, but honestly I haven't really been looking. I'm trying to get closer to where I camp before I start taking this hunting part serious. But yeah, I'll check back in with you guys. Hopefully I'll have something cool to show you. I really do not suggest camping on a dammed river if you're not familiar with it, because the water does come up and down, and you really need to know where it's at. If you look real closely, this water's moving. It's coming up on me, which I knew it would. They ran the dam last night. They've been running it intermittently, and you can lose your kayak this way. I've actually done this before. I was out with a buddy of mine, and we parked our kayak on the end of a bar, just like I did right there. And we didn't really pay attention, and man, this water just came up on us. And next thing I knew, our kayaks were floating right by us. And luckily we caught it. But yeah, and now that I realize that, I'm going to obviously be a little more cautious. I'm going to go get my kayak and make my way down about 2-3 stops away from camp. But the water going up like this, that silver lining is it should push me downriver a little quicker. I'm going to go make way. Oh, by the way, it is 2:07. We were making really good time. We may possibly have the first artifact of the trip here. If it is, it's broken, obviously. Yep, a broken tip. You know, that beats finding nothing. It's still really pretty. The water is still coming up, and it's starting to do it really quick, but I actually enjoyed it. I like looking at the water a lot better. And I just walked up on a double whammy. Look at that. And there's a crinoid over there. That is one of the biggest of these that I have ever found. That is sweet. And that might be a flake here. Nope, that's an old beer can. Heck yeah. I will take some fossils. Sweet. Well, this is officially the halfway point for the entire trip. A place to call home for the night. I got steak. Been marinating all day. A little butter to go down with it. I got to get my fire started. But man, you really can't beat one of them Oklahoma sunsets, can you? Golly. Really only planned on maintaining the fire just to cook and then hang out in the tent. But man, it just feels so warm and inviting that I have grabbed my machete and I am on a mission to get some solid logs. This driftwood just burns up so dadgum fast it ain't even funny. But yeah, I'm gonna get at least enough to chill by the fire while the sun completely sets, and then I'm gonna grab my flashlights and at least give this little bar I'm camping on a solid little walkthrough tonight, maybe at least an hour. Sometimes using your flashlight you can really see a lot more than you can during the daytime. So I'm gonna quit rambling and I'm gonna go get to chopping. Let's see what I can come up with. Oh, I found a spare tire. Made me a nice little chair out of it. Got some butter on the grill, a little garlic. About to get one of these butterflied steaks on here. I have never cooked on a campfire like this. I'm usually a hot dog man. Whew! Definitely warm. It's crazy how over just tens of thousands of years the water can just completely erode these giant bedrocks. Now that would be a cool spot to camp right there. You know, I might have to keep that in mind for next time. Generally, if you're on the side of the river with these big old rocks, you're on the deep side of the river. But there is like 20-mile-an-hour wind today. So I'm just hugging the deep side where, I mean, you're not going to find anything over here, but it's gorgeous and it is out of the wind and I'm not huffing and puffing paddling. As you can see, it looks like a lake out here and I was just in some white cap and stuff. So I'm gonna stay here, hug it down. There's definitely some sandbars to hit, but honestly, this trip was more about me coming out and doing this all by myself. And I have had an amazing time. I slept like a baby last night. Coyotes only woke me up once. It's kind of funny. I parked my kayak and walked all around this area, all over. Came back to come grab my rope and take it off and seen that. And I was like, man, what is that? That is the broken tip of an arrowhead. That is funny. I can see the bridge that my beautiful wife is about to meet me at. Ended up actually finding 3 broken arrowhead tips back to back within like 5 minutes today. And that was it. But like I said, I honestly focused more on paddling and staying out of the wind today. So that was a great camp. Honestly, I have never solo camped, kayak, adventured like this before in my life. And I think I'm gonna find time to do more of this. This was awesome. Heck yeah. Well, I'm gonna do it again and hopefully next time we find something amazing. Good trip, guys. Y'all take it easy.